Welcome to Craft Class here at Crafters TV. Oh, way up, I tell you what, we have got some mega treats for you today. It's so nice to see you again. My name's Becky. It's lovely that you can join us, and trust me, you're going to be chuffed that you did, because today is our final day of the Taste of event. Now, if you don't know exactly what this is, don't worry, you've still got time to enjoy it. Essentially, all you're going to be thinking of is what level you are currently in Club Inspire, and then going a step beyond that. We're going to be giving each and every one of you an extra 5% no matter where you're standing. So, for example, if you are normally gold, actually you're going to be today, and only today, you're going to be platinum. So you're going to get all the benefits of that platinum membership, including the fact that it's 20% off. But the great thing is, if you are already platinum, you're going up another level that doesn't even exist. Today, you're getting 25% off everything. So this is your final day to make the most of it. And trust me, we've got so many things that you are going to love and adore to create your own personalized elements with, for this show, plenty of pop-ups. So if you love the action of a card that makes any age smile, this is completely the show for you. In particularly, as we are joined by the lady that if she would French, she'd be called La Poisson. It is the fish! Hi, Debbie!
I love that. That's so funny. Yes, the fish. You know what, Becky? We're just going to have so much fun in this show. We have beyond pop-outs. We have some amazing things. I've got this first one. Looks like a really just normal, pretty card. But then when we open it up, how spectacular
I love that on
is
the two
this card
layers.
on little ledges there. So you can use these pop-out numbers, and it doesn't matter what anniversary, what birthday you're celebrating, you are going to be able to do this, and we're going to be seeing this as we go through. What about pop-out cards like this? These are fold flat, which is incredible, completely flat, pop up, wow. But what about if I can show you how to elongate them, make really large ones? Look, we can't even fit it on the camera there. It's so tall with all those mermaids sort of floating about, which is amazing. But we've also got pop-out sentiments that we're going to be creating, and we've got these beautiful scene pop-out cards. Well, they're not pop-out, but they're like a scenery card that you stack inside. I mean, just some magnificent dies we've got on the show. And on top of that, please, as it's the last day, do what I always do when you're getting an offer. Pop all those real essentials into your basket, your cardstock, your glues. So to get all that money off is pretty awesome. And we're just going to have a lot of fun today, Becky.
Absolutely, we are. We have got so many goodies for you. And actually, I'm going to start off with something for someone who's brand new. If you are brand new, bring it in. Welcome hug. It's lovely to be with you. Welcome if this is your first day of watching. If it is your first day, what a brilliant day to join us, because normally on your first order you get 20% off. Today though, you're actually going to get 25% off if you're new. And don't forget, if you're a platinum member already, you're getting that 25% off too. I want to bring to you, if you are a brand new beginner, something that means you can craft incredible cards quickly. And this is going to do it for you. So all you're going to need at home to be able to create cards like this is, apart from the bundle, a die cutter. So if you've got a die cutter, you're going to get your dies in here. You have got in this collection the worker die. Now the worker die is what actually creates the box element. So you can see the box element there, you can see how it's built up. You're getting that main worker die so that you can create that. But in this bundle, you're also getting the gorgeous little mermaids and the stamps to go with it. You're getting tape in here, fabulous metallic pens, which we absolutely love, our Spectrum Noir, and you're getting some of your cardstock as well, which, if you can see, has got that lovely Centura pearl, which means you get this pearlescence from it. So you're going to be able to use these to create cards like this, quick sharp. And we're going to bring it to you today at a discounted deal. Now, should be nearly £60 or nearly, $80, $90. But actually for you today, we're bringing it to you at £35 or £45. But that actually means that with the discount, let's say that you've moved up a level today, so you're getting 20% off. That means you're only going to be paying £28 or £36. I can't get over I am the type of person who, if I find like 50p on the floor, I'll like text me dad because I'm dead excited. But yeah, that is a massive saving. But again, if you are platinum or you're new, you're getting you're getting the 25% off. So whichever way you do it, it's astonishing. £26.25 or £33.75 if you're getting the 25% off. It's your chance to grab it. Maybe you're looking at this and you're thinking, Bex, yeah, looks kind of cool. Fancy doing a bit of a pop-up card, because I can think of, you know, me auntie, me niece, me nephew, all of these people who would love to get involved. This is a great way to start off. But maybe you've got loads of cardstock. Maybe you've got all of the pens and you want a different way of purchasing it, and you want maybe more decoration, and you want better savings. Oh, let me show you this. We have got for you here your everyday pop-up box. Now, I just want you to have a moment and just for a second, pay attention to that price on screen. For everybody, you're saving 60%. But guess what? If you are platinum, you're getting the 25% off today, you are going to be saving nearly £100. Just let that sink in for a moment. What would you do with £100? If I came up to your house now, knocked on, oh, that was hard, knocked on and was like, hiya, can I have a brew? That'd probably be my first question. Would you like £100? You'd probably smile from ear to ear, right? We are going to give you nearly £100 off this if you're getting that 25% off today. Because actually, if you're getting the platinum and you're already platinum, it's going to be exactly £39 or $51.75. It's incredible, isn't it? You're going to save, if it's dollars, you're going to save, what, 120-ish dollars? And if you want an idea of the types of things you can make, let me just let you know. You're getting the worker die, should I say, in here, which creates the box. Again, we'll show you how to make these. But these are the types of cards and designs that you can create. I have to show you it like this because this is how people will get it out of the envelope. So imagine getting that out of the envelope, nice and flat. Ta-da! How happy is someone going to be to see this? I just want to turn it to the side so you get to see just the excitement in there. Do you know what? I know this sounds odd, but I'm a big jelly lover. I don't know why, but just looking at jelly properly makes me laugh. And when I look at this, that kind of wobble element, it makes me feel properly joyous. I've got to do that one again. I just have to. This one is in the collection. This one is in the collection that you get in here. Again, it's gorgeous pop-up box that you're getting with these details. This one is in that collection for you. I've not just got that one though. Oh no. How about I bring you your happy birthday? This one. Oh, that one's got serious wobble factor, doesn't it? But as you can see, again, if you have ever tried to do a pop-up card, I'm going to be totally honest with you here, as I always will be. But yeah, I have tried to make the boxes themselves by hand before, and I've done it a lot. I've done it using scissors, and I've done it using markers, and I've done it using scoreboards. The fact that you can create this box in no exaggeration about a quarter of the time for me is amazing. But they're just so professional looking, and I have to say it's a better finish than I've ever gotten on mine. I need to get a set of these. So yeah, you've got that design too. I have also got for you, this one's made by the lovely Kelly. Hello Kelly. I believe in fairies. And look at the fairies here. You've got this one, which I quite like because I think you could use that for Christmas cards. Do you know what I mean? Like the Archangel Gabriel or something. It's got that kind of feel to it, hasn't it, too? Imagine putting snow on the little house as well for Christmas fairies. Don't know why I said it like that, but you could, couldn't you? And look, you've even got these lovely little flowers in here. All of the things you've got here is everything that you have within the collection. So you're getting the stamps, you're getting the dies that match them. Let's have another one. Oh, this one's one of my favourites. I absolutely adore this one. Who would you think that would enjoy this? Have you got any in your family who loves maybe watching cartoons, watching Disney films? Have you got anyone who's obsessed with unicorns right now? What about people who love the likes of Cinderella? Maybe it's a wedding and they're having sort of a Cinderella carriage. Have you got anyone or any mate you can think of where rainbows might be useful? Maybe it's an NHS key worker that you're making for. Whoever it is, I think you're going to have a great time with this. So seize the moment on that. You're saving, if you're platinum, you're getting the 25% off. You're saving over £100 or nearly $120. massive saving on those. And if you would like to see how to use them, I have got the right person for you. We're going to head on over to start our craft class. So don't forget, if you've got any questions, get them sent in on social media and I'll whoop them over to the lovely Debbie.
Yeah, absolutely, Becky. These are gorgeous and so much fun. Okay, what do you get in just one of these? So if you're going for that first bundle where you're getting your markers, you are going to be getting this main pop-up box card, and this is the elements that you will have in your packaging with full instructions. So even though you can rewind and watch me back and see how we make it, you do get step-by-step instructions in there. Now these are what we call your worker dies. Your first one is the big die, and this is the one that's going to create the pop-up box. The other ones, you've got tags, and you've also got these panels, 2 different types of panels, and they will decorate your outside of your boxes. This one here, these are the strips that go on the inside of the box, and as you can see, they cut them out and score them all at the same time, and you need 3 of those. If I bring my ones in, so we're not going to cut these ones, but you can see you die cut those out, creates that shape, and that gives you these little tabs with your side pieces. So those bits are really simple, and you need 3 of those. So as we're doing a masterclass, we're literally going to do it step by step of the way. Your first thing to do is decide what size you want your box, and this is what I love about these, is the fact that if I just want a small pop-up box, I can have it this small. So this would be my pop-up box, my flaps would come down, and I'd have a really nice little standing box. If I want to go up a bit because I want to elongate these ones, I can do the same, but I'm going to make a really tall one. I'm going to go up to, and what I've done is marked my card each side at 10 inches because I want my box to stand 10 inches tall, and I'm just going to take it to the side where that little notch is, right down the side here, and then we're going to get some low tack tape and stick that into place, and then run it through our machine. Now, as you can see, because I am using I want a bigger pop-up box, I'm using an A4 sheet of card. I do need my large Gemini for that. I say, look, I've got to stop calling it the large Gemini because we do have the Gemini Pro now, so this, what I call the large Gemini, is has been reduced to
the
a smaller one. The Gemini, yes, absolutely. So yeah, the Gemini. But if you wanted to make, you can use these dies in your Gemini Junior or your Gemini Midi. You just need to make smaller boxes, but they would work just as well.
Great.
So I've cut that out, and then all we're going to do is I'm going to get my guillotine and chop down those sides. So you can see it's created what I need from it. If we was to give you a die that cut out the box panel, it then reduces your ability to be able to do different sizes with it. So I'm just going to bring in, actually I need my big guillotine.
And it's great, this one too, because it's got the scores done for you, which is
Score lines are
fab.
done for you, absolutely, yeah, everything is done. So I'm just popping these in, just testing that first where I need to go to the end, although that is just the tab, so it doesn't make too much of a difference. So that's our first one, and then I can just actually pull that piece away. Oh, it's my tape that's stopping that. Pull that piece away, and then I'm just going to cut down that side piece. And that's created my box size straight away.
Really?
Then what I would suggest is bringing in your scoreboard and just then lining up those score lines, because your score lines on here will only go as far to this point. So just reinforce, or not reinforce, but put a score line into that part. So let me just bring in my scoring tool. Bringing that down, that goes straight down, a score line there. And you need 2 of these, so you would repeat that step, do that all over again. I'm just going to bring my scores in both sides, so that makes it fully flexible, so that means it will fold shut. And then you've got a score line here as well at the side, so let's just place that line down as well. And that gives me all the scoring I need, and I think we can pick that up. Yeah, we can just pick those. Can you see those lines that we've got there? The reason we have those lines, that is to determine, when I told you about these strips, so you've cut 3 of these strips, they're the strips that go onto that line. Yes. So because I've created it in white, it's a little bit difficult to see. So what I would suggest is just get a pencil, because you won't see these lines, they'll be covered, and just draw yourself that pencil line in so you can see them. When it comes to constructing your box, these then tabs are really easy to put in because you can see exactly where they go rather than, so even though the score line's there for you, it's nice to actually pop that in. So I've got my 2 pieces here which are cut to size, exactly the same. I've drawn in my score lines there, so you've got your box. Now what we need to do is construct it. So this piece here is going to go into this back piece. Now you're not going to see this, so it's down to you where you put it. You could stick that on the inside, which I am going to do because I'm going to cover this here. What you can also see is I've folded one of the sides down, but I've left this side up. I haven't used that fold line, but this one I have used that fold line. I've stuck it to my, oh, and it's just pulled the back of my card, but we can cover that, so that's not a problem. So there's a nice little tip. Keep this away so you haven't got the sellotape that's going to stick to things.
Well, we've all been there.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to use my tape pen to glue these tabs here. Let me just find my actual tape pen and not my dotty one. There we go. You will find all glues. These are the things to stock up with, especially with the discount, because it's only today, isn't it, Becky?
Yes, today is the last day for that level up on your Club Inspire.
I love that level up. I think that's just a brilliant idea. I'm going to turn this over so I can get this done precisely. So onto one part, onto the other, and then just massage it down, because once you rub this glue, it heat activates it, gets really sticky, and then it won't go anywhere. And then the other point we've got is this one, which you just fold over, and that will work perfectly up the seam of this card.
As you were just folding it then, lovely Mary Kay has gotten in touch saying, morning from rainy Wisconsin.
Morning.
She says she's looking forward to the demo. Quick question for you. Do you need a special sized envelope for these boxes?
Again, it's because I've done a 10-inch card. So what I would suggest that you would need a A4 envelope to put this in. But what I would suggest is if you only have a specific envelope, do your card to that size.
Great.
And then that way you can't go wrong. Or you could make, actually these cards would really warrant a lovely gift box. So with your scoreboard you could make a gift box, which would be nice. So you can see we've made our card. It now goes flat, completely flat. Either way it will fold, and that is how you make your actual box. We've got the 2 tabs. If I turn that round, we've got the 3 tabs that turn down, and this one we've stayed straight. What I should have done actually is stuck my inner part in first, but I can still do that while that's standing. So I'm just going to pop that nice piece of coloured card in.
Okay.
And then I've just got some card to actually start to just decorate the box and layer that up. So I don't know if, Becky, you want to do something while I'm just doing that, and then the next part we could then stamp and do all the stamps, and I'm going to use the ocean as well, and then we can go into that one.
Perfect. Just to say as well, Mary, it was Mary, wasn't it, who asked about the size of them. I've just found this one which looks like it's the smallest one, so if you take the die and put it right to the bottom of your page, and what I've done is measured it, and it will go into, it's sort of a 6x4 just over, so quite small they can go to, but of course you can go massive. And I'm looking at the one that Debbie's making now, because it's quite tall. Could you imagine doing drawings of like popcorn spilling out of it? Because it kind of looks like a popcorn box, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, absolutely. That's a great idea.
And you could do it as like a card for like an invite to the cinema, or like a movie night at someone's. I'd love to open that with loads of popcorn sprinkling out, and then maybe like a cinema ticket inside. Oh, I love it. So yes, anyway, this is we're talking right now about the pop-up starter collection, and this comes with the work die. It also comes with the wonderful under the sea sort of mermaid stamps and dies as well. It comes with metallic pens, some shimmery card, and some of your red liner tape as well. So if you do want to seize the moment, you absolutely can. If you want a saving that is gargantuan, nay, elephantine, we are going to be giving you the opportunity to get a mega massive saving, okay? We have got the opportunity, if you are normally a platinum member of our Club Inspire, or if you're brand new today, you're going to be getting 25% discount on this. which is incredible. It should be $129.92, but actually with the 25% discount today, it's only going to be £39. Or if you've leveled up and you are going to be a platinum because you're normally gold, it's going to be £41.60 or $55.20. I mean, that's incredible, because if you have just tuned in, what we're doing today for the last day is, if you are normally in Club Inspire at one level, we are boosting you up a level, and you get all of those benefits, including but not limited to the discount. So get everything that you've wanted and thought about and needed in your basket now, whether it's cardstock, whether it's your stamps, whether it's some of the Ben's bundle I've got coming up in a bit, and then you can enjoy that extra saving discount. And don't forget, although you get the extra discount, you're still making up the points to join that level eventually. So it's win-win-win. And again, yes, for you today, in sensational discount deal, and that is for all of these ones that you're getting your hands on, including but not limited to the Back to Nature and the I Believe in Fairies. So there's plenty in there to make you smile. And you can see that Debbie's whipping up her box beautifully there, and will soon be ready to decorate. And that is what this selection's all about. It's amazing how easy that is to put together, actually.
It's so simple, isn't it? So that's why I swung it back to you, Becky, because I thought it is just me sticking things down, but it just shows you, once you've got those panels and you stick them on, just how beautiful it is. And what I love about these dies, and the same with any sort of creator card dies, you can really just choose whatever papers you've got in your stash. It doesn't matter whether we've got papers on that you haven't got or papers that you need. Everybody has different papers in their stash, different variants of how they like things. You know, you might have some sort of dark grungy papers. You might want to do something for Father's Day coming up. I mean, these would make amazing Father's Day boxes.
That'd be brilliant.
These are stuff that you could do with the younger children as well. You could actually do some of these elements in here to send for Father's Day. Just such lovely touches. And actually, what's to stop you doing a Christmas box with these, decorating it with Christmas boxes? And actually, you could stick lollipops coming out of it, couldn't you? So you could make a real
edible
treat.
one.
An edible one.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool! Yes. Blimey, I sound like I've had a few lollipops. But yeah, wow, that's such a cool
love
idea.
a lollipop? So sort of some light things or sweets that you could stick in there, but lighter sort of sweets.
Yeah.
It would be, a really fun box to have.
Love that idea.
Right, so what else have we got? Let me just grab my stamping platform, because I am using the Ocean Paradise one. It is the one that comes in with that first bundle, but to be honest, to me it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
That big bundle has such an amazing offer on there.
These do come in the big bundle as well.
Yes,
but yeah,
they
you're
do,
totally right. That saving is mega.
It's just amazing. I mean, it's the best thing, isn't it? Having amazing deals like this with so many elements that you can use. So let's just stamp out a couple of these. Let's have our jellyfish. We've got a little seahorse there. Just lots of different elements. I've already got some colours in, and then we'll show a little bit of colour in. And actually, it's a good way to just introduce you to some of our pens as well. So I'm going to use my alcohol proof because I'm using alcohol pens. So it says what it says on the tin. It's got the alcohol pen and says alcohol proof. So you can't go wrong. So I'm using my stamping platform. It's the one I go to all the time because it's the one I know that's going to give me that precision if I miss a bit. And I'll show you what I mean by that, Becky. If I just do that, I've missed some bits. Can you see? We've got a bit missing there, got some bits missing here, bit missing there. I mean, I purposely done that, but there is times when you stamp things and actually you don't always get that first impression that you want.
So true.
Or you just want to have a thicker line around it, so you want to add that more, a little bit more ink. So all you do is make sure that all the feet are in the platform, push down, making sure that's gone to all parts, and then that will fill, and actually that's still not filled that gap in. So let me press on those edges, making sure That's took them all in. It's still a little bit missing. It doesn't want to grab that little seahorse's nose.
Or the bottom of her tail, don't forget that bit.
Oh, look there as well, yeah.
But this is the thing, you've lifted and put that down sort of 3-4 times and you're going the same place.
Absolutely, we're getting that. And now we've got that perfectly stamped image. So this is a really good one to have. So it is on the website, it's not on the show, but you will find it on our website.
And it's got an extra 10% off.
Oh, now there's a good buy. It's definitely the way to go, isn't it, when there's offers? Okay, are we okay to do a bit on the colouring,
Yes, please.
So we've got our 2 Georges in again today, which is fabulous. We've just got a change with our Becky today.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a bit of, let's bring in a bit of each pen that we've got. So you might think, well, what's the difference with these? So our brush pen, if I show you the brush pen, this is the Tri-Blend brush. Now, you've seen Tri-Blend in our markers. So if I just bring this round so we've got them all in the same way. I've got coral shades in this one and a dark red in the other one. But you'll see that all of both pens, this is our Classique pen. The Classique pen has 2 nibs. So we have one nib which does just the one bullet marker, and then we have our chisel which does a bigger line down of that, and that is our normal Classique pens.
Yeah.
That is just one colour throughout that pen, so you don't get a different colour. Then we had our Tri-Blend markers. These ones are the same as the bullet nib, so you'll get that beautiful lay down with the bullet nib. You've also then got a mid colour which is slightly darker. So you've got a lighter colour, a darker colour, so that will go down darker. And then to our end colour, you've then got a darker colour. All of those are with the bullet nib, but you're getting a 3-colour blend that will all blend beautifully into each other without you having to worry, which are amazing. We then took that next step up. This one is our Tri-Blend brush, and what this means is, like our Tri-Blend, you get the 3 different colours that blend into each other, but you get a brush nib. I mean, this is just amazing. It's a Japanese, I mean, look at this. You're able to lay down the softest of colour, then you can go into the darkest, or mid colour, so you're getting that variation, but look at those strokes I am able to do. And then with our darkest red, we can flick those up as well. And the shading in that is absolutely amazing. The amount of ink that you get in here is incredible. I mean, that literally looks like a fire going on.
Really, it
does. And we're able to do that with those brush nibs. So if you want to go to that next level with a brush nib, these are the ones that you do it with. So I'm just going to bring in, I'm going to switch now to just some different colours, and we're going to do a little bit of colouring. I love skin colouring. You can't go wrong with this because you have what they call a fair skin blend. So it tells you that these 3 colours are going to give you that perfect blend on her skin. So I'm just going to do this really quickly. Then I'm going to go in with my mid colour and go where I think the highlights will be, under her neck, sort of above her chest there, underneath, and then just on her belly there. And just put in a little bit of highlight. And then I'm going to go in with the darker colour and do the same, but not as much. So we'll go a bit under her eyes, on her cheeks there, under her chin. Let's go under her chest there, and then on her belly. So you can see it's really started to come together, and she's starting to get a more natural look there. And then if we was then to go in with our reds again here, we might want to give her a nice red towel. But look how this colour lays down. These pens are so amazing. So I'm just turning that round, and because look how tiny that nib is on the end, we can really get into the smallest of details. So just turning those round and having that pen. And then if I go into that mid colour, I mean, the shading's sort of done there in the, what do you call them? Her little...
Scales?
Scales, that's the one. Couldn't think what it was called. Her scales, and then we can just blend those back in. But because we've got that super sort of soft brush nib, it's like painting with nothing. It's like, because it's so easy, the flow is beautiful. It's so easy, and there is no stress on your hand at all. So if you have any sort of dexterity problems, these pens are amazing. They're ergonomical to hold, they're beautiful in their touch, they're soft, and what's more, if you're colouring on your lap or on a lap tray, they don't roll because they're actually this beautiful shaped with the flat ends on them, which are great. So you can colour up all your different things there. I've got some here. Now look at this. I've just had a bit of a colouring fest where I've just been colouring some of them out. You can see just stamping them out, give them a colour. You're then getting all the dies, so you can actually use your dies to go around your mermaids. I mean, mermaids are so popular, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Really hugely on trend. You would just cut around them to get that beautiful mermaid scene. And you've got all the others. So you've got your jellyfish, your seahorse, your stars. You've even got your seaweed. We've got your rocks and all bits like this. So yeah, these are just absolutely incredible.
They're fabulous, and they make them look so realistic as well, don't
Yes.
they? What I've got for you here, just if you do want to get those tri-blend brush pens, then we have got the opportunity for you to do so now. I just wanted to show you, this is the box and this is how it will look when you get this set. Now this is a huge collection. There's 24 different pens, but obviously you've got the 3 different tones within those pens. So this is the box, and boy is there plenty in here. These are the different shades to give you an idea. So for example, when you've got the dark red pen here, you can see those different shades. You've got your dark, your medium and your light. And what I love about these is when you see them like this, the difference is obvious, isn't it? You can see how very different those shades are. But actually, if I just show you how it's been blended, as I scroll this down, can you see how, if you're looking out for the ombre, can you see how there is no straight line? Isn't that incredible? There is no straight line on this at all. It's almost hard to see where one colour starts and when another ends. And that is what gives you this professional finish. If you've ever tried to do that in paint, it's really hard. If you've ever tried to do it with your normal pens, it's really hard. Do you know what? It's even quite hard with crayons sometimes if you're actually changing colours of crayons. This, it makes your life so much easier, and it makes things look more natural. Because let's be totally honest, if you are, for example, drawing a flower, there'll be shades of different tones throughout the petals often. It's not one straight line and then another. This gives you that professional finish. So these are the colours that you're going to be getting. As you can see, you've got plenty in here, including but not limited to the dark red blend. This one's going to be great, maybe using it with your other shades to give you that fire-like look. You've got these ones here, perfect for your great outdoors. Anyone being inspired by nature? Yeah, well, these colours are perfect, whether it's the sky, the sea, the trees, whatever. You've also going to be getting this collection. These ones are perfect for your florals, of course, but also perfect for mermaid-esque designs. And I think as well, quite a few of these types of shades you've used in your pop-ups with the happy birthday. Looks great on the balloons, doesn't it? But then you also have your essentials. So you have the likes of your ecru or your fair skin blend. You have your ice greys and your browns as well. All of these coming together in this pack. It's a massive amount that you're getting. 24 different pens, but 72 shades, if you will. All of that today should be nearly £80 or over nearly $120. Today though, just £63.99 or $95.96. But remember, for today, and it is your last day, we've got your Taste Of event, and that means you're getting a taste of the Club Inspire level above you. So if you're normally gold, we're going to boost you up to that platinum membership with all the benefits, including the 20% off. And if you are platinum, you're getting an extra little boost to platinum plus, maybe, where you're getting 25% off today. So if you do want to seize the moment, and don't forget, it's not just, you know, what we've got right here for you. Once you're adding one of these to your basket, treat yourself to other elements and you will be getting 25% off those as well. Do you fancy getting decorating on our 3D pop-up card? Yeah, me too. Debbie, I'm back with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do some decorating. So this is the fun bit. You are going to sit and take your time and get all these little elements done, because once you've done them all, it's then a case of bringing in your box and decorating your box. So what I would say, I took this little one out of one of our books, Spread a Little Sparkle. So you can use any elements that you've got in the backs of your books, of your paper pads. And then some of these I think would be really nice to use on acetate, because acetate will make them a bit higher, so which means you can then stick them to the acetate. So let's say we want this one and we want her to be maybe swimming up a little bit, so I'm just going to stick this onto the back here.
The acetate helps with the wobble factor as well,
yeah,
doesn't
totally.
it a bit?
Yeah, absolutely, and just gives a really nice effect. It adds height, adds volume, adds that wobble factor like you say, so it's just one of those really fun things to do. So I'm going to put some acetate onto her, and then I think we'll put some acetate on maybe to our jellyfish. So we can have our jellyfish, and then you can make these go all sorts of angles. So let's pop some, I keep putting my tape pen down and then I can't see it, but that's just me being silly. So putting some tape pen on there, and then we can add our jellyfish. So popping it over there. And then I think we'll leave that at that for the moment until we start arranging and finding our composition on the card. So first of all, let's put our Little Mermaid on the front. Little Mermaid.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's a good name. Could be a film, that, couldn't it?
See, it's always Disney themed when you're about, Becky. My Princess Belle. So let's have her going up the card on here. And then I'm going to have this going across. So we'll have that going across the front of our card, but I'm just going to bring in some foam tape, not foam tape, just some little foam pads. So we can pop that in the centre.
Aisha's just messaged in saying, good morning, everybody. Hello, Becky. Great to have you back. Thank you. She's asked, Debbie, what tri-blend colour do you recommend for a darker skin tone?
There is. Now, I have to think what one it's in, but we do a fair skin colour and a dark blend. So they're in one of them. I'd need to look which one it is. In one of the tri-blends, it's either the tri-blend shades or the tri-blends.
Yes.
That the dark skin shade is in. Mm-hmm. But the tans would be a great one to start with a darker skin as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, there is a nice tan in here, and I'm also thinking you could do like a lovely golden brown as well. I think they're really lovely. You've got the earth brown as well, which could be quite nice. You've got quite a few sort of options in there, possibly.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me put this little fish. I was trying to pick up my fish then and concentrating. It's my time, the fish with the fish. We'll have a little fish going on there, and it's just a case then just keep adding, putting in where you want these beautiful different variations. I love the fact that you're getting so many different assortments of stamps and dies that you can use. So that's just to decorate our front piece. Then we want to start building up the back. So I'm going to use another one of my mermaids here, and we're going to just put some foam pads onto her as well. So you can sort of build them up. I mean, these would look fabulous if you had glitter on them. Or add little accents of little pearl drops, your little gemstones.
Oh, your little the little ones that are like 3D dewdrops. You know, the ones I mean.
Yes, I do. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I think we're selling some the Cosmic Shimmer ones, which have those on them, Becky. Yeah, so that's a great idea. Yeah. So I'm just putting that one in there. You can see she's on our, we can't, if I do it that way, you can see then, she's like on our acetate then. So sorry, it's a bit harder for you to see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to take my tape pen and we're just going to start adding some rocks just to build up that image of being under the sea, really. Now I want to start singing, but I won't do that to you. I'm making a mess with my tape pen because I'm taping. It would be a lot easier actually if I grabbed my my glue, my tacky glue.
Speaking of singing, as you were, are you a karaoke goer?
I do karaoke, but I have to have a little bit to drink because I'm not very good at singing.
Right.
And yeah, I probably wouldn't do it if I hadn't had a drink.
You need a bit of Dutch courage.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Do you have a style of song that you go to?
Not really.
No.
I think you probably are, aren't you? Are you a karaoke singer?
I don't, this is going to sound really weird because of my job, but I don't actually have the confidence to stand up in front of people and do that type of thing at all. So no, I have actually never done karaoke.
Ah.
Never.
There you go.
I mean, I have at my friend's house and in the shower. You know what I mean? I sound great in the car, but no, never with real people.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. I think I would do. I've not gone to many karaoke's, but I would definitely, definitely sing. I'm not worried that I'm a bad singer.
No, life's too short.
Worry other people, but and it would probably, especially if it was in a pub, they would probably be asking me to leave because the customers were going away.
I love that.
Right, so, and then I've got a couple of, I've got lots of bits, but you don't want to see me just sticking them all on. I do have a finished one. I've just got some bows. Unfortunately, we don't have these bows in stock anymore, but I thought they were really nice just to use on the sides. So I'm just going to stick my bows into place. I'm sure you've got lots of ribbon and bows that you can put onto the sides of them. Stick that onto the side, and then that creates our beautiful 3D pop-up box. And the great thing about it is it does fold flat, so you can post it flat, or you can make a lovely box for it, and it just creates that really beautiful box.
I think it looks fab. Debbie, thank you so much. That's our first demo. Don't forget, bear that in mind. We have got for you on screen your everyday pop-up stamp and die collection, 193 elements. Now, if you are brand new, let me just let you know the types of elements you're going to get. You've got the working of itself, which means that you get the elements to cut out the 3D box with all of the tabs inside. But then you're also going to be getting lots of dies in here, and that collection is going to be very, very helpful if you do want to make different designs. And boy, you've got loads. I've got happy birthday in here for you. I love this one. I think it's the colours I'm slightly obsessed with. But yeah, you've got this one with that lovely vintage tea. Let me show you one that I've not shown you yet. This one's beautiful. Oh my gosh, just imagine getting this. And this could be a good one for Father's Day. If you've got a father or a granddad, because I always send my granddad a Father's Day card. But yeah, if you've got like a card, someone who loves doing the gardening, imagine them getting that, how much that would make them smile. But yes, you've got this one too, and it comes in the collection. It is the Floral Boutique that you get in there, and I will show you one more as well. And you can see, and they are totally freestanding as well. You can see, I'm not holding that up, that is staying as is. And you have the opportunity to create lovely details and effects to it. And again, can you think of anybody who may well be smiling at any of these? Can you think of someone who maybe does, I'm looking at this and I am thinking, you've got in here a bit of something for everyone, because although we've called it vintage tea, yes, you have got your tea, you've got your little buns in here as well, but you've got books too, you've got bunting and so much more. So all of this today should be nearly £130, but actually you're getting it for £52, or if you are normally platinum and you're going up that extra level for the final time today, it's actually only going to be £39, which is incredible. So if you do want to seize the moment, you absolutely can. Maybe you're brand new and you're thinking, Bex, I do fancy giving this a go, but I've only recently got my head around my die cutter. I want to try it out in a small way, and maybe you need to stock up on things like card and your metallic pencil, the things we always need. This could be the one for you to get your hands on. It's our pop-up starter. Oh, I just did a little then. I love when I do that. Pop-up starter project collection with dies, cards, tape pen as well, and your pens, of course. Should be £57.75 today though, £35. That is a bargain. But don't forget, you're getting the extra percentage off, because take whatever membership you normally are today with us, And then imagine you were in the step above it, because that's the event that we're doing today, and it's today and today only. So well worth you bearing that in mind. Maybe you are new and you're getting your head around things like shipping. Find out a little bit more now.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
And let's face it, who doesn't want to create every single day? Hey, how are you? My name's Becky. Thanks so much for being with me today. I hope you are having a fabulous day. How's it going? Are you crafting? Are you making? Get them pictures sent in. You know I love a good nosy. We'd love to see what you're up to, what you're making. You can get in touch with us in all of it. I looked a bit like I was doing a sort of snazzy dance move then. But yes, you can get in touch with us in these ways. So do feel free to get in touch. Let us know what you're up to, what you're crafting. Have you ever created a card or wanted to create a card for somebody that sends them best wishes? Yeah, I think best wishes is one of them sentiments that you can use so often, isn't it? You know, best wishes can be almost a just to say, you know, best wishes, sort of, I hope you have a good day, best wishes. You know, maybe it's somebody who's just found out they're pregnant, you know, best wishes. Maybe it's a birthday you want to send best wishes for. It's one of those sentiments you can use over and over. And therefore, it's one of the ones that we see most often when you go into those big chain stores with those cards that have been made thousands of times over by big machines. Best wishes comes up time and time again. But how often do you get to see best wishes in pop-up? And how often do you get to see it on a step pop-up? These are so fabulously cool that I am the type of crafter, I'll be honest with you as always, I'm the type of crafter that if I see something and I think, okay, can I make that in a different way that might save me money? Then yeah, I'll probably will do that. With this though, I honestly wouldn't get my head around how I would be able to do this without this die. The die looks pretty cool. The sentiment, pow, looks astonishing. Look how fabulous that is. And it comes forward and it layers up. It is magical. I've got your best wishes. I've got the just for you with the love heart. Oh, it's magical. I have got many thanks here. This is a great one, isn't it? You know, maybe you've been over to someone's house recently, sat in the garden, they've done you a barbecue, you want to send them a many thanks card. This is going to make them really smile. Let me just turn it to the side to show you how stand up it is too. I've got your with love as well. Don't forget, we've done this just white and black, very bold indeed, but you can create any design you want with your colours. And then we've got your one as well here. And don't forget, we had the happy birthday collection in the other pop-ups, so you could think of a way of incorporating these with the boxes. All of that should be £65, the great deal for something so unique that I can't get my head around how you could do it any other way. Today though, just £51.96, but you're getting the added discount with that level up on your Club Inspire. Shall we get crafting as it is craft class? Let's do it. Debbie, what have you got over there?
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly show a few samples. What I adore about these is that you can make a beautiful card with whatever you've got in your stash, and then it has that real wow factor inside, which gives you, or gives the recipient, so much joy. And you can do these in any shape, any size you want, as long as they fit in the centre. I mean, how amazing is that? I mean, just to send that to someone just because it's for them. Yeah. I mean, it's really incredible. Anything you've got in your stash, if you are a stamper and want to start getting into die cutting, what better way than to add these to the inside of your card? They are magnificent dies. They are super easy to use. There is so many different ways you can do them. You can mat and layer them, add pieces over the top. I mean, you can see there's different colours in that, those pale greens, those pinks, and we're going to show you just how easy it is to put them together. So first of all, I'm going to take my card blank. We're not going to decorate it too much because you know, what we want to see is what pops out on the inside. Yeah. I love kinetic cards, anything that's movable, anything that gives you that surprise element, and they definitely do that. So my first thing I've got is a card, and I'm just going to tell you the quick measurements, is a 10 by 6 inches, and then I've scored and folded that in half. I then took some papers from our wood, they're from the farmhouse, Nature's Garden farmhouse, and I've just done that slightly smaller to create an inside panel. That gives a background to look through when my pop-up sentiment is in place. So what I'm going to do to start with is we're going to just tape this one into place inside our card. So getting that done nice and quickly. So I always do one side when I'm putting in an insert. It's like putting in an insert of a card, and then fold that over. And then you know, then when it's opening, you'll get that perfect fold. So just then pop in some more tape down that side to stick that into place. And then once that's stuck into place, I'm then just going to fold that in and re-burnish that down. So that gives us our card blank, because we're actually sort of doubling up on your cardstock in there, but we want it to be able to open nice and neatly. Right, so that's our first section. Then you want to measure your card inside to where you want it. Now, I could go in and completely go out, but I wanted to put some extra embellishments in. So what I wanted to do was mark where my center point would be. So you can see just here, I've put 2 little notches. So I know that my pop out will be mainly, because it's bigger, if I bring in my die, you'll see what I mean. It's bigger up the top here to the bottom, because obviously the birthday comes down into sort of a V shape. So you want to place, now what I love about this is all the hard work's been took out there for you. You've got these 2 little notches on the side, on each side there. So play that there. You've got those little notches. They're the notches that you need to put on a score line. So you line them up with those lines. Now the reason I put a pencil line and not a score line is I don't want it to fold just yet. If I put a line across that, it will give me a fold line in the wrong place, and you don't want it in the wrong place. So I've put in my little lines, I've got my little notches. It's quite easy because I've picked a piece of card that has actually squares and lines in it, so nice and easy. I'm then going to find my low tack tape and just tape that into place. I just like to take a bit of the sticky off, and then we'll pop that one across the top. And then we'll run that through our Gemini. Now, because I'm using the Gemini, I'm going to bring in my MIDI plates, because they will fit through there no problem whatsoever. So just running that through the machine. They will work in any die cutting machine from your Gemini Midi to your Gemini Junior or any other die cutting machine you've got of an A5 size. That's going to cut that out you can see that's just literally fallen out and cut all our letters, no problem whatsoever. I mean, these are so easy dies, so much fun to have, and you've got amazing discounts on them as well. So that is amazing.
Could you just use it like that as well?
Absolutely,
because I think that looks quite cool, quite sort of geometric.
Yeah, it does. It looks
optical
quite funky,
illusion,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's a great idea. But what you have got in here, Becky, you've got your score lines. So you might not be able to see them, but I can see there's a score line that goes across the top. You're going to fold that up because you know that that first one is going to pop out. So I would say the best sort of weight of cardstock is maybe about a 230. You can do it up to a 300, but it then gets harder to bend those lines into place. And what I would say is just take your time, put your thumb underneath, or you could use, let me just bring in my pokey tool. Oh, it's disappeared. There's one there. If you bring in your pokey tool, you can get underneath to then just fold those lines forward. So whatever you prefer to do, I just like to, I'm going to use my pokey tool and my thumb. And I'm just taking my time and making sure that all those elements and all those score lines are now folding in the right direction. So just take your time in that. So I've done all my bottom ones there. Now I know that where these bits come across, my score lines then will start to come out. So I'm going to fold them forward because they're the ones, it's hard to say fold them forward when you want them to pop out, but you'll see what I mean because you follow those lines of where it's going to go. So all of these will start to protrude outwards. Got that one folded out. And I'm definitely taking my time. I don't want to pretend to you that you don't need to take your time to put these score lines in, but the effect is so worth it in the end. And then all we're going to do, I've done all those, I'm folding the bottoms of my happy in. And then once you've got that together, where you've put these lines here, you could either reinforce them, but I'm just going to fold them over because I know that that's where my score fold is going to go. And then you're just going to move these all out and fold these into place. And that will all just fold. Can you see? Just give it a little wiggle and that will all fold those completely into the right place.
Real.
And there we go. And actually, for the amount of time that took, for how that pops out, oh, those ones haven't popped out, but it doesn't take long for them to all stand proud. So what we're now going to do, we're going to put this into the center. So we will just have that on top. So that will go onto the top half. All you need to do is glue that back half there. So I'm going to fold it down. Bring in my tape pen, but be very careful. In fact, I'm going to bring in my little glue pot, Gloria, because she has just a small nozzle. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that the glue will only go where it's needed. Because if you start gluing anywhere else, those letters will just stick to the inside and then you won't get it to pop out.
What type of glue is in, Gloria?
Just tacky glue.
Just tacky, yeah.
Just tacky glue.
And I've got some on the show as well in a bit.
You what, sorry?
We've got some on the show in a bit.
Oh, yes.
Out of a bundle.
Oh, yes, we have. Yes, we've managed to get a little bit more, haven't we, of Ben's big bundle, beautiful, bounciful bonanza.
Did you say bountiful or bounciful?
Bounciful, I probably said.
I like bounciful.
Bounciful.
Ooh, bounciful bundle.
And then we're going to fold that over, and this time we're going to put our glue just along the edges. So just around there. They're so handy, these little plastic bottles with the little nibs. And then we're going to just fold that back down. Just hold that for a few seconds while that tacky glue takes hold. And then if I turn, then we can see that that pops out of our card. So all I'm going to do now is decorate the front of our card very quickly. So just using some pretty papers, popping these onto the front. And the nice thing is, I mean, you can make your front really decorative, or you can just leave it quite plain and let the inside do all the talking. So just pop these onto here. And you could also cut out the words and use the words on the outside as well. You could just have the letters.
Wash.
So I'm going to just pop that into the centre. And that's our front. And then inside, I'm just going to edge this with just some nice papers onto the end, just to make that more decorative. You could also cut the letters again and have them as a just a pretty piece coming, paper piece, the actual letters, which will make them look like really pop. You could use mirror card or a darker card.
That'd be cool.
So pop this just on the end, just trying to tie in all our colours, and then I'm going to place this up here with our little ribbon, and that will be done. Seems very quiet for a Sunday today for some reason, doesn't it?
It's because Georgina's concentrating, she says, but by
No,
concentrating,
but
I
it just
think
feels
she
like
means
a quiet
eat.
Sunday.
Does
Like
it?
the road seemed very quiet.
Yeah.
Everywhere just feels peaceful today.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there we go.
That's
We've just
proper
got our
Sunday.
lovely pretty papered front card, and then our happy birthday pop out on
Oh.
the inside.
Oh, I love it. I just think that is so wonderful. And it reminds me of sort of like, I don't know, picnics and things like that, especially
Yes,
the paper
yeah.
choice you've gone for. I think that is wonderful. Just as a quick reminder, that is your second demonstration of this show, don't forget. People are sending in their pictures. We're going to be looking at them really soon. But just as a quick recap-a-rooney, if you want to be able to create these and get the biggest saving for the last day of your taste of Level Up, then we have got it here for you. In this one, you're getting happy birthday. We have also got for you your With Love. Mwah. As well as that, we're bringing to you Many Thanks. Cheers. And we've also got the Just For You song, that isn't it? Just for you. I don't know, I'll work on it if it isn't one already. And best wishes for you. Ta-da! All of these you're getting in one bundle today, and you're getting nearly £13 or nearly $15 off. But then you get the added extra bonus of the percentages off too. If you love pop-up and you want pop-up that creates a story, that tells a tale, that gives you something that is an added little secret, let's say, inside your cards, then I've got them in scenes. Now these ones are great because they come with stamps as well, so you can create real scenes and save yourself some time but always get that professional finish. We're going to start off by showing you your secret garden. The secret garden is wonderful, and with many of these you will notice that you will have an individual focal die, I would say. So obviously you've got the frame die here that cuts all that detail out, but then you've got this lovely large space, so you can actually have a butterfly dangling within there if you want. You can turn it into a spinner card as well, which is always cool. As well as this, I have got your time to celebrate. Well, I think with all of the things that have been going on, it's a lovely opportunity to celebrate if you can. You've got your wonderful birthday there collection, but I also think this one here, if you put some wings on it, it'd almost look like a fairy or angel that you put on the top of a Christmas tree, couldn't it? It could look really nice for something like that. And you could draw in the details if you wanted. I've also got in here the country village. Now, dependent on where you live, I think even if you live in a city, you will probably look at this and think of a town or city near you that this reminds you of. I live in Chester, and this reminds me so much of Chester, but equally I've lived in the Lake District, and this again reminds me of towns around the lakes that I just think it's wonderful. So you could maybe take the colours of your local area. For example, if you don't know of Chester, it is it's a sort of a Roman city. So it has a Roman wall going all the way around it. I've just knocked that over. What's going to happen? It's got a Roman wall going all the way around it, which is bright sandstone. You can colour these in the colours that maybe talk to the location you're thinking of. That would be quite handy. Into the woods I've got for you now. How much does that look? A little bit like Bambi, right? Lovely little squirrel detail you've got there too. What I really like with these ones as well, if you've got these lovely stamps that you could use year after year, time after time, you know, acorns are great, aren't they? But you're also getting your sentiments in there including, I hope your day is full of surprises. Surprises! We have also got your party vibes. Whether you are a lady who likes a tipple of Cava, Prosecco or Champagne, you've got it all in here. You've also, up after our karaoke conversation, you've also got your little microphone as well for all of you disco divas. We're bringing to you our home as well. Again, think about your house. You could put in sort of net curtains in these that match the colour of the curtains in your home or whoever you're gifting this to. I'm bringing to you the Enjoy the Bubbles. For any lady or gent who needs a bit of a pamper session, this is perfect. And then for anyone who loves festivals. For example, maybe you're one of the people, like many, who got your tickets for Glastonbury last night. Yeah. Oh, bit of an issue, wasn't it? Bit of an issue, but you will be glad to know that it's going out for free as of today. So keep your peepers peeled if you're into music festivals. But yeah, you've got your festival vibe here. But I also think it's great if you've got anyone who loves like the VW camper vans. It's perfect for that as well. We've got it all of those in here. There's a massive collection, as you have just seen, absolutely huge. So do feel free to seize the moment on those ones today because you're getting that extra saving, don't forget. So it should be £55.93. It's a good price. It's a discount deal, saving over 10%, but actually you're going to get the added discount on this one as well. So we have had your pop-out sentiments, such as your happy birthday, you know, your best wishes, your with love, etc. I've had the pop-up boxes as well. We've had the insert pops designs. How about the real personalisation of pop-out numbers? I love that these are so sizable. Pop-out numbers, they're not just pop-out numbers, they are extra special because of the size of them. You're looking at size-wise here from sort of top to bottom of these ones, this kind of area here. You're looking sort of around the 3 inches, which is a fabulous, sorry, 2.5 inches, which is brilliant because they're so bold. And again, if you've not seen these pop out before, let me just show you. Ta-da! That's how they pop out, that's how they work. And of course, as I always say, it's wonderful with these ones because it was my grandma and granddad's 69th wedding anniversary, like 2 months ago now. Do you think I could find a 69th wedding anniversary card anywhere that wasn't, you know, maybe on one of those websites where it takes a time to go, you know, to post through or whatever? It's perfect for that individualisation. So you can use any number, any date on these. Hey up, what about pop-up box? Okay, bear with. But imagine it's going to be like a year of something. So say you were born, you know, it's for someone who was born in 1990. You could do 1990. Couldn't you around the sides? Oh, just a thought. Anyway, we've got all of those there, and I'm bringing to you loads of your sentiment stamps. And this has lovely everyday sentiments, great different fonts that you've got in here, lovely scripture in there, and I'm bringing to you not just all of that, we're bringing to you the stamps as well. And you've got stamps that match up to dies that you can colour in with the tri-blend brushes we did before. But you've also got your borders as well that you can use at different angles to give you that wonderful effect. If you think about the card that Debbie showed us right at the start of the show, where there was the 3 and the 0, and they were on the sort of balconies, if you will. These are perfect fencings for those balconies, aren't they? You have got all of that in there. And I mean, 60 elements is mega. 60 elements is massive, especially when you're thinking, you know, some of the elements are just wonderfully bold, going to take your cards to the next level. Today, you're saving over 20%. But then you have also got the added discounts deals. Now, just as a very brief reminder, today is the final day of your taste of, and that means whatever membership level you're at, you are getting the membership level above on our items today with all of the benefits. So here they are. So if you're platinum, 25% off today. If you're bronze, you'd normally get the 5% off. No, not today, you're getting the 10% off, etc., etc. Bear that in mind when you have a little look at Ben's bonkers, big, beautiful bonanza.
This is your abstract shape, stamp and die collection, which is absolutely phenomenal. I really think we have brought to you again a wonderful collection. So super versatile that you've got the ability with one pass to be able to create some gorgeous cards. And what I love about these as well, the fact that you're going to get this gorgeous frame, but then you've got all of the other die cuts that you can use, whether you use them to embellish the card that you've just made or you save them for another project. So super versatile, whether you're a beginner or whether you're a little bit more expert with these, they are brilliant for you. What I love about this collection as well is that you'll get a set of stamps to go with each of the dies. This is your beautiful butterfly wishes. You get those glorious stamps as well. Follow your dreams, dreams come true, and a dream is a wish your heart makes. On top of that, you're also going to get this beautiful balloon frame. I mean, are you kidding me? This is amazing, right? The balloon bouquet, the frame itself is phenomenal, and then you've got all of those other balloons within the frame. Let's celebrate, happy birthday and congratulations. You've got that heart in there as well, the endless love. Look at the gorgeous hearts within the heart, almost like they've been doodled, aren't they? But they're so different. And again, you'll use the waste, if you like, from this to embellish your other projects, or indeed the one that you've just made. You've got in there that gorgeous star as well, absolutely stunning. You're a star, congratulations and happy birthday. The leaf is stunning, the foliage flurry, and then last but by no means least, you've got happy birthday to you, let's celebrate, and just for you, that amazing celebration cake. And the cards that you can make are absolutely stunning as well, whether you simply pop these through and layer some beautiful paper behind, or you decide to go for yourself and make a shaker card, the possibilities are endless. £39.95 or $54.75 comes down to $29.96 or $41.06 if you're shopping in the US. It's a fantastic collection.
Treat. I have got Ben's beautiful big bonanza point 2 coming up for you in a little bit. For now though, let me just remind you, we're looking at the pop out numbers and we're going to be demoing those over in Aquarium Corner with the fish.
Yes, I need to be in more of a decor, don't I, in here? So,
yeah,
maybe
I could get you a snorkel. Fish don't need snorkels. That was stupid to say. I've just realised. I don't need them.
This one probably does. Okay, the numbers. I adore these because what I love about them is you choose whatever number you want. You might be sending a new home card. You could put the number of their front door on these cards. Oh. You can have them on the outside, on the inside. You can have them in a box, in a card. There's so many different things that we can do in there. I absolutely love them. And what I love is the fact that it doesn't matter. Yes, you can go into a card store and yes, you can buy a 25th wedding anniversary. But what if you wanted a 3rd wedding anniversary or a 29th wedding anniversary? All of those years, especially if you're getting beyond the 10 years, it's a big one, isn't it? So I love that about these. Now, I wanted to do something a little bit different and we're going to put these on little ledges, so almost like little windows in our card. Now, what you do need to do is, again, these ones are opposite to the sentiment ones. They have a notch, but a notch that goes inwards. So these little notches that sort of go in, you need to put these onto your score line. Now, I've only put my score line at the side. Again, it's important not to put it across, although it doesn't matter on these ones, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So you could have just put your score line across, but all I've done, and I'm going to measure this for you, I've done these at 3 inches by 4 3/4, and then I've just scored up at just under 1.5 inches. And then we're going to place our number 3. I've got a 3, I'm doing a 30th wedding anniversary. So I've got my 0 and my 3, and I'm going to place those little notches on those score lines. And then I know I've got that absolutely straight on the piece of card that I need them to be on. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of tape. Again, because our tape is quite tacky, I like to just take the stickiness off of that, purely because when it goes through the Gemini, because of the pressure, it seems to make it more tacky. So just a little bit off there, and then it will work a treat. So, and all I'm doing is really making sure I've got my bottom line straight here and here, because these are the bits that's going to score the line, enabling them to pop out. Now these, what's great about the numbers, if you're doing separate ones like this, you can use in your Gemini MIDI. So, sorry, your Gemini Mini.
Mini.
There's
Oh,
too
it's
many
cool.
now, too many to say. But yeah, you could actually use these ones inside your Mini. So I'm popping this in. Again, I'm using my Gemini Junior plates, but I have my large Gemini. It's the one I go for all the time. So if you was thinking about going for a die cutting machine, I always recommend the bigger one, because then you know that any project can go into that machine. So taking these ones out, taking these off. So I'm just releasing that tape at the top. Oh, got a bit off there. And then we're going to take this one out. So you can see, and what's nice about these, Becky, as well, is these numbers can be used on their own. So if you just wanted big numbers on the front of your card, I love the fact that you can just trim these off and you've got your number 3, you've got your number 0. So, and having just your focal point
That's
on
cool.
a card. And again, this is obviously slipped. I'm just thinking, why have I got a round one? But I think mine dies are slipped over each other. But that's okay. I've got one here. So I've got a number 3 that's already been done. So all you're going to do is with those score lines, you're going to bend them into place, and then the front score line will come up. So it almost creates like that little step up. So nice and simple to do, and I've done the same with my 0, but I will just show you how easy they are to do. All you do is put your thumb behind that front bit. That piece always comes up, the next one always goes down, and the next one always comes forward. So that creates that little step. So nice and simple. Then what I'm going to do, or then what I have done, and this is why I was saying it didn't matter about the score line. My score line is here. If I'd scored it all the way along, I would have had a score line into my number 3. But because I'm matte and layering them with extra cards, so I've just got myself just some red cardstock, cut the numbers out again and trim those out so they will lay across the top. So that would have hidden the score line in there. And then we're just going to stick these on before we put our card together. Now you get those, Becky was showing you those dies with the borders, and they're really fun to create lots of little elements on your card. So what I've done with mine, I've just created, because I thought these looked like little windows, like when you're abroad and you see those gorgeous little windows with the blinds and the frills and just looking really lovely.
That's
I've
nice.
just cut some of them across the top here so we can add them to our little sort of window. And then I've done them again, cut those little heart border across the top, and we're going to add that to the bottom to create that little ledge across the bottom. So it's just adding all those points of interest, and you can do that with all those extra pieces. So I'm just checking I've got that the right way round, although it's probably the same both ways. Yes, it is, so that wouldn't have mattered. And then using my glue just to go around. So just using our glue. And what I love about these numbers, you would have seen that most of the team now have done a show with them and used so many different elements and so many different concept cards which look fabulous. And then I'm just going to stick this to the bottom to create that ledge. So just holding that there, all I need to do is to fill my glue around this base. And then we're going to stick that onto the bottom. So you just cut those to side. I mean, this is, oh, I've done that the wrong way, haven't I? I fancy doing that. Like, I wasn't looking properly. Just turn that up the other way and stick that along the bottom. There we go. And it just creates that really beautiful little ledge. Oh. And that will dry where I've glued the wrong side. There we go. So that's our first ledge there. And then we're going to do our next one. There it is. Make sure I get that the right way this time. Again, adding that glue. I'm going to turn it round so I make sure I put it the right way. Add that onto the end. And again, just creating. And it's all these little tips that you know, we couldn't have created that border without doing that separately, but when it's all together and it's on there, you can't really see that. It actually looks like you've cut that into that edge piece. So there are 2 edges, and then I've got our little edges there, but I'm going to put them to one side and bring in my card. Now this is super easy. I've just took a piece of A4 card and then I've scored it in 3 places. So if I just take this here, I've scored it at 3 3/4 and 7 3/4, and that makes our tri-fold card. So really simple. No real measuring, just using your normal card to fold 3 ways. And then all I've done is I had some sewing, like edging strips they are, and I've just used that. You can use ribbon or anything that you've got in your stash, and that's going to look beautiful. I've just got some lovely papers that I've mat and layered. The papers I'm using are out of, I can't remember which one, but I think it's, oh, it's gone out of my head. No, it's the pattern from the 8x8 cardstock that you get with the Year of Crafts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either the All Occasions or Spring Fever, that's the other one. Yeah, it's one of those. So, yeah, one of those paper pads, just in case anyone's wondering. But you'll have all your own pretty papers that you can use. But as it was for 30 years, I thought we would keep this nice and red for our ruby anniversary. So there we go. Are you married, Becky? I think I might have asked you before, but I'm not.
I'm not.
Sure.
No,
Not married.
No, not at the moment. You know.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Ask me again next week, who knows?
One day.
You went a little bit poetry then for a moment and messaged in saying, we will use them in a chair, we will use them everywhere. Sorry, you just got a bit Dr. Seuss vibes there. Beth has then carried it on and said, we may use them on a box, we may use the little fox, we may use them upside down, but never with a frown.
I love that.
I love it. Oh, you're so poetic, all of you.
That's brilliant. So I'm just using some little foam tabs here, and they would go, I think actually these are quite flat ones, and I mean by flat you get different millimetre sizes of them, and I just want to heighten that up to go over my ribbon. So just pop in a couple more on top.
Lots of people saying, I've got these numbers on order and on their way. I can see so many uses for them.
30, I was going to do my notes. So we're going to put one up there and one there, and then I've also stamped out, so can you see, Becky, I've made those edges along here and created them with those words as well. So we've got our happy anniversary, and then we've got our little bits here that we're going to pop on the top just to set them off like our little windows. I love this. I just think this is such a lovely card, something different, and it also stands straight, so you can actually see the front and the middle of the card, which is a great way to be able to display your cards, because when you send your cards to people, you want them to display them beautifully, don't you?
Oh, for sure.
So popping that into place, and what's nice about this, once it all goes into place there, it will fold flat. So I have done that a little bit wonky, but never mind, it's because of the base card. So let's just pop that into there. It will still fold nice and flat. And then we've got our happy anniversary we're going to pop over there, and then I'm going to use these across the top.
Oh, it's lovely. I love carrying on the theme. Are you still using your tacky glue?
Yes, still using tacky glue. It's my favourite tacky glue.
Yeah.
That and the tape pens, I use them a lot as well.
Yeah. I'm a tape pen lover.
Do you have a favourite, Becky? Because I know you craft.
Yeah, I'm a tape penner for sure.
Yeah.
And I am, when it comes to glue, I go tacky glue as a general rule, but
Yes.
if I can tape pen, I will tape pen.
Yes, and that's pretty much me, but I do love tacky glue.
Yeah,
I think
for those
it's
ones when you
amazing.
need it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
The security and precision.
Well, I heard Sarah say the other day we might be heading towards a tape pen shortage again.
Excuse me?
I know, and I couldn't believe it. I thought, did she really say those words? But she did. I heard her say them, and I'm thinking, oh, I need to get stocked up on my tape pens.
Well, do you know what? I heard some news about low stock, actually, in the newspaper the other day. You know, Mr. Whippy ice creams, 99s.
Oh,
there's a shortage.
Oh,
A shortage
no.
of Mr. Whippy?
How can that happen?
This close to the summer? It's an absolute outrage. I'm going to write a strongly worded email.
To the Prime Minister.
I need Mr. Whippy ice cream, 99 flakes and tape pens.
Absolutely. So there you go. This all folds flat. So you fold that into each other. If I turn that round, I mean, that is so beautiful, the card in itself. And then you open it up and you've got those beautiful pop-out cards. I mean, how gorgeous
brilliant.
is that? I just love that
Really,
card.
it does.
It's one of my favourites by far, I have to admit.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Isn't that incredible? That's another demo of the show for you. Isn't that fabulous? They're brilliant. If you do want to, now I've had an idea. Now bear with me on this, because I'll be honest with you, I've been whipping this up just whilst Debbie was talking then. If we've not met before, hi, I'm Becky. I went to university and I studied education at university, and whenever I look at things like this, I do think of sort of the educational aspects of them, and I've just had an idea. Now, this is a new game I've just created using the elements I have around me, aka a biro and notes from the last show I did. We call this game, imagine this is for young people, we call this game, How Many Can You See? And this is how many buttons. Imagine this was a young person. You play this game, how many buttons can you see? You could obviously decorate this however you want, okay? So you're a young person. I'm talking 3-4 years old. This could be an interactive element whereby they have this on the front, they fold it down. Yeah, they guessed one. That's the answer. Do you see what I mean? Because there's one button. You get it? Imagine it was giraffes. Tracy's just walked in and given me a look of someone, well, that understands what I'm talking about here. Imagine if you had giraffes, you know, you had 2 giraffes on here and you're trying to teach someone kind of ages. This was a picture of 2 giraffes. How many? Yeah, 2. You could use them in that way as well. I think that would be really cute. And then that could actually be homeware. So you could actually have that at home. Maybe it'd be like a pop-up book to help young people, you know, learn their numbers, or have it on the wall, maybe on a frame. Could be quite good fun. Anyway, it was just a thought. I've got for you here your pop-out numbers, 60 elements in here, including but not limited to the 1, 2, 3, 4 and the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you've got the sentiments here as well. All of these lovely sentiments in those different fonts. Sorry, my arm's in the way. And then I've got your stamp and die collection. So all of these are in together, massive discount. But remember, you're getting the added extra discount because we have got the Taste of collections today, today. Last day of it. So if you do fancy grabbing them, you know what to do. Ordering, how you can order from us, all at the side of your screen there. crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu. Dependent, and you can shop with us in those ways as well. So let's talk about some more sentiments. This only launched on Friday, so this is hot potato fresh. We have got for you, gosh, that was so weird. We have got for you these incredible sentiments that are sentiment dies. They also come with stamps. They're interchangeable, but they also have the borders. And just look at how wonderful these cards look with the connecting sentiments. We're bringing to you, thanks. So just to show you, this is the die that you're going to get. You've got the bordering, of course, which you can use on whatever size cards you wish. You also get your stamp as well. But just look at how magical that looks as you design. You could put acetate in the back, don't forget, if you wanted to, or vellum. Look good with vellum. I've also got in here your good luck. I've got your big day, celebrate. This could be a wedding, it could be, you know, a birthday, for example. I've got for you your thankful. This is thankful, so it could be, you know, you're so thankful for their friendship. It could be so thankful for, you know, my haircut. You know, it might be something like that, mightn't it? We have also got your congratulate. Proud of you. It's not that long off, you know, till a lot of young people will be graduating from university. A lot of last minute sort of exams and things end around the end of June, don't they? June, July is when lots of exams are taking place. So, you know, congratulate someone on finishing university or graduating. You've got your friend And this is with your stamp for an amazing friend. How great is the font on that? I even love the tiny little detail of the dot above the I there. It makes it feel really alive, doesn't it? Have you ever wanted to send love to someone? Yeah? Well, here you go. You've got your with love and it says to you both. Of course, though, don't forget, you could use any of the other stamps that you've already got if you wanted to make this for something, maybe a singular person. And then we've got sending and birthday wishes. How fun does this look? Could you imagine using this one maybe with some of the birthday elements that are brought to you earlier on in the numbers collection? You could use bunting over the top of it. You see the lovely little presents and balloons. I've got an idea. Imagine putting that little balloon just at the top of the Y, almost like that's the tail of the balloon into the writing. It could look quite fun, couldn't it? So we have got all of those there for you. You're getting 18 elements in total. These are nice sized dies, don't forget. But today, with your discounts, you're saving over 10% anyway. However, if you are brand new today or you're normally a platinum member, we're giving you an extra treat. Actually getting it for £41.95 or $57.70. That's all you're paying today, but it is the only day of it, okay? So just to let you know, it's not just for people who are platinum, it's whatever your normal level in your Club Inspire, you just take a step up a grade, just to give it a little tryout. So feel free to get involved with that now. If you love them and you're thinking, I like them a lot, but I'm running low on things like tape pens or glues or cardstock, well, let me tell you, Ben has put together a brilliant bargain bonanza part 2, and we have got for you in here loads of the treats. Not only will you get all of those, you're getting your Carlisle glue all purpose, you've got your tacky glue, I've got dotty tape pens times 4, yep, you've got 4 of them, and I'm bringing to you 7 packs of Centura Pearl as well. Massive amount in here. All of that at the bargain deal on screen. All of that is in one place. And it's coming, of course, with these. If you want to see all of the elements, this is what it should be. We're going to break it down in price. You've got your Gemini connecting sentiments, as you saw before. Should be £63.92 or $87.60. Centura Pearl 7-pack should be over £20 or over $31. You've got the tacky glue and your all-purpose glue should be $7.98 or $14.44, and your extra strong dotty tape pens, 4 sets of them, should be 20 quid for you. If you do want to seize the moment on those ones at the prices you've got on at screen, that would be great. Usual price, you can see £112.79 or $161.27. Today's price, just $95.22 or $136.14. But if you're platinum or it's your first day of buying, platinum price, 25% discount, £71.42 or £102.11. And if that's not enough, free shipping. UK and US customers. Now I will let you know this is limited. So please, 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 if you love the look of this, you want to get all of this, by limited, I mean, imagine we had 100 and then we had nowhere near that. Let's say we had 100 and we had less than 10% left. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. So honestly, it is a first come, first serve. Let's put it this way. If there are you and 6 of your friends want to get this, some of you are going to miss out at this point. So do seize the moment if you love them. We have got so many more goodies on the way for you, but let's talk, as we are, about our wonderful pop-ups. Don't forget, I've got Second Chance Sunday later, which has got liftables that would go great with some of these elements as well. For now though, let's talk about the pop-up everyday elements. You've got 193 elements in this one, and we're bringing to you all of these wonderful different different designs which can help you create sensational pop-up cards to really inspire everyone. So if you do want to seize the moment again and make the most of that discount deal, you have the chance to. Now, if you fancy learning a little bit more about pop-ups, let's head on over to Debbie. What are we up to now, Debbie?
Yeah, so we're going back to the pop-up boxes, Becky, which are just fabulous. They're great fun, really easy to use, and all those elements, I can't believe how many you get. There is so many different designs that you're going to love. Now, with the main element die, with the main worker die, you are going to get the main one that's going to cut those boxes down. And just to save a bit of time, really, because they take a bit of time to put together, you've seen me cut it earlier in the show. This time, I'm going to bring in my panel that I've already cut out, so you can see if I hold that one on, what I've then done is then decide which length, how big you want your box. I want a smaller box this time. So I've took this down, the die down, to half of my page on a A4 sheet. So, and I will give you the measurements for it, just in case you are wondering. So it's 6 inches by 7¼ inches it ends up cutting out. You need 2 pieces of that you cut out, and that's your main worker die. You've then got these panels. If you cut these panels, these fit perfectly into the squares, and the other one here, so you can actually do all your mats and layering inside with your pretty papers. And then you've got all your tags as well. Now, the other thing you'll see on here is this die. Now, this die cuts out the tabs, and I'll bring one in. It cuts out your tabs here. So you put that onto your white cardstock, cut it out, or any cardstock. I mean, I've done mine on white, but you can do it on any one you want. That then scores the lines into the sides that fold down, and they create your tabs that go inside your box. So nice and easy. And you do get full instructions inside the packaging, which is great. So not only written instructions, you get step-by-step picture instructions to teach you exactly how to do them. So really great little set there. And on top of that, just to get all those different designs is incredible. There's so many wonderful designs, great for kids' parties, great for children's like to learn how to colour, and actually great for adults to learn how to colour as well. Now, one of your pieces, which is your back piece, don't fold in half. We keep that up. Okay. So just choose whichever one you want. You'll fold one side down, and then you've got your tab at the side, which we are going to fold over. So that's all you need to do. On the opposite one, we then, this one's going to go here, so we're going to bring our tab on the inside, fold this over, so this gives us our fold in between, and then we can fold both of these back on themselves, because they will be your tabs that go around. So we've got this back panel. Oh, I didn't fold my inside part there, so I'm just going to make sure I've folded that straight. And in fact, I'm going to bring in my tool just to make sure that I've folded that line straight there. And that will give you your box that you need. So what I am going to do is take this strip here. We're going to glue this, put your adhesive on here, which is my tape pen I'm going to use. We're going to put a couple of strips down there to make sure that's extra strong. And then I'm going to place that side by side. So you can see that will fit perfectly side by side there. Then what I'm going to do, so I've already done myself some papers. So I've just got some pretty papers from my stash. I've left one piece long that I can use in the background. So I'm going to place that on there first. I remembered this time before I stuck my box together and then forgot to put the inside panel. But there's always a way. And pop that there. And obviously you can decorate all your outside edges. You don't have to keep them plain. You could do one and then like this on the back with a white piece inside, print your verse out, and then you could have your verse written on the back if you're sending it as a card. I've then got all my elements here to mat and layer. So first of all, I'm going to put my green. So these are going to go, so if I turn this round like this, you can see we're going to attach this end piece. Oh, the fan's on if someone's wondering why it keeps turning around. Yeah, so it's flying that way. So Gonna stick that onto our side bit here, which creates your box, so you can see how quickly that all comes together. Now these strips here, and I said it in the earlier demo, I think for me it makes it super easy. I like to just get a pencil and just go down those lines. Now they're indented in because they've been scored into it for you. They haven't been cut. If you wanted to cut them and create slits for your tabs to go through, you can do that as well. But actually these are so you can just glue these on. So what I am going to do, I'm going to glue them into place on one side, and then when we put our box together we can then glue them onto the other side. So just using my tape pen again and popping these on.
And these are lovely and secure even just with the tape pen, aren't they?
Oh, totally, yes. Yeah, just work really well. Yeah, you don't need to worry that the tape pen is not strong enough. There's plenty of glue on there. What I would recommend is not just sticking and leaving, sticking and rubbing it down.
Yeah.
Because if you rub it into place, like anything, if something's heated up, because this isn't tape, Becky, we think of it as tape because it's called a tape pen, but it's actually glue that we're putting straight on. And it makes a massive difference not having a tape. I'm sure our lovely people out there, they've had cards before, handmade cards, and they've put them on top of windowsills where radiators are, and yeah, put them in where the radiators are, and then things start to fall off.
Yeah.
It's because of double-sided tape. Double-sided tape is not as strong as having actual adhesive into your card.
Yeah.
So we've got all that bit into place, and then I'm just going to stick this one into place, and then our box will all come together. So this tab, we're going to again put our adhesive across the top. There we go. And then I'm going to fold this over, and this piece will just go perfectly onto our other side. And again, I'm rubbing that down just to make sure that glue is going to really stay fast on there. And then we can start putting all these in. Now, because I've put these tabs in, what I am going to do is I'm just going to bring in my tacky glue and just put these into place. So stick in tacky glue. What I'd also suggest with tacky glue is when you've put it on, leave it for about 30 seconds. 30 seconds to a minute, and what will happen then, the glue will evaporate and it will make it more tacky and it will stick into place much better. So I'm just going to pop that into place, hold these just for a few seconds so they stay put, and our next one. And then what you can do is if you move them all around, and they've actually just popped off, which I thought would do that. I was trying to be clever, thinking I'll do it all first so I know what I'm doing, and then there we go. So holding that down, I'm just going to rub them into place, just hold them for a few seconds because I switched to my glue. But what I should have done is actually put my tape on before I then done the side of my box, but that's fine, they've all stuck beautifully. And then we can start putting all our extra pieces on here. So I've got the ones from, we've got so many bits of papers here. Let me just, I've done all my small ones and all my large ones here. So let's do this front one. Again, bringing in my tape pen. I think what's great about these, Becky, is the amount of fun that you can have with them.
Yeah.
Not only fun constructing and doing your boxes, but then you come to the elements of your stamp and your dies, which look amazing.
Yeah. And I really like that you know the person who's receiving them will have fun with them. I cannot think, and I bet you're the same at home, okay, if you had been sent this card and you opened it, and it popped out, wouldn't you almost instantly shut it again to try it out? To shut it again. It's something you play with. You never just open it and go, right, there you go. Oh no.
Yeah,
oh look. Oh, play
so
with it.
True.
And it really raises a smile. There's something quite joyous about it. And I love that about these. I think they're just wonderful. And also, if you did a card that is like this, that doesn't have any sort of happy birthday sentiment on, just looks like a bouquet of flowers, that can be sat in your house all year round, can't it?
Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just fun. It's brilliant. And also, I was just thinking too, with these ones, if you sort of were creating, you know, the struts in the centre, if you needed something that was going to hold a little bit heavier, you could always double up the struts, couldn't you?
Brilliant idea.
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah, I think you could definitely do that.
Oh, way up. Oh, with the
she's
lollipops.
got another idea.
Okay, imagine we're doubling them up. We're doubling. Imagine you're doubling up the struts. You could maybe put like a little glue section in the middle so the two struts were stuck together but kind of had two holes in it. That's where you could slot your lollipop sticks in the middle.
Oh, yes, you could. Yeah.
Amazing.
I love your ideas, Becky. Right, so I'm just going to, just in case anyone missed it earlier, let's bring in some of our, I'm going to bring in Earth Brown. We have got our brush nibs on the show, which is amazing. I'm just going to bring these around the right way because what we do have, these are the brush nibs and this one is our normal bullet nib. So we've got our tri-blends and our tri-blends brush. Now the difference with them, so anyone that doesn't know our tri-blends, they're all three colours of different reds on this pen, and it'll be the same with any of the pens. You could get a green, a brown, and they'd all be different colours but of the same hue, and they would have this beautiful bullet nib on, which are gorgeous, and you'd have three different pens in there that blend effortlessly into each other. We've then brought out this tri-blend brush, so anyone that's got our tri-blends and loves them, they will absolutely love the tri-blend brush, because what you have is a Japanese, literally like a paintbrush on the end of this. It is so juicy, so beautiful. Your lay down and colour on here is amazing because it's got a really small nib. I can take the point of that and get right under those flowers without going round down the out of the edges. They're so amazing. And they're really easy to use. They are brush like, because they are a brush, they brush like as if you're painting with a paintbrush.
Fab.
Which are so amazing. So I'm just going around here. I'm just showing how they work rather than colouring lots of images up. I do have some that are already pre-coloured, so we will show them. But because we've just got small detail, I like that these stamps will help you to learn how to practice your colouring. Yes. Which is amazing.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Because sometimes that's all we need. We get a big space and it can be quite frightening, Becky, to have that immense amount of space and you're not really sure how you colour with them. I love that we can really concentrate. This is very mindful. It can take you completely into a comfort zone, which takes you away from everyday things, and that's what I love about painting. I feel like I'm painting. See?
Yeah, well, it's the brush, isn't it?
I know it is the brush. Honestly, it's so amazing. But what's really good about it is the fact that it gets into all those tiny parts because of that nib that we've got on there. And you know what? Do you know sometimes we get a product and I really wish I could put it into our customers' hands. Yes. Because if they held this and paint, I keep saying painting, I'm not painting, I'm colouring. It's an alcohol pen, not a paint, but it flows effortlessly, which is amazing. And then you can come in with your next one, and I know that let's do some shading around, because our flowers would have some shading. Around the window here would have some shading. So you would sort of put this where that's going to go.
It's just wonderful, it really is.
Absolutely. So just doing it where I think that shading would be. We come under here, under the top, and then we can go back in with our lightest colour and blend that in. And you get that effortlessly from one colour to the next, or to the next shade, should I say. You get that effortlessly colouring on there. But honestly, if you want to go for some alcohol pens and you're not sure what to go with, these are definitely the ones for you. So really, really beautiful. So Becky, I'm just going to cut some out.
Perfect.
And then we'll start to construct our card.
Perfect. Let's have a little overview of what we've got on the show for you today. Don't forget, all of these treats that I'm bringing to you on show do give you the advantage of the level up taste of. So it's the final day today. If you are normally a silver member, you're not today, you're gold. If you're normally a gold member, you're not today, you're platinum. And if you're normally platinum or you're new, you don't just get the 20% off, you get 25% off all of these. So this is your pop-up starter collection. It comes with the die that is the main die for the pop-up box, as well as the decorative decorative designs for the lovely mermaids. You're also getting the metallic Spectrum Noir metallic markers, the pens in here, and the markers themselves we've not seen for nearly a month, so it's a brilliant opportunity to grab them. Big discount there, saving yourself almost £23 even. You've also got the everyday. Now this is the big bargain bundle, which gives you a massive discount. You are saving nearly £78. That's over $110. But again, remember, if you are normally a platinum member, you are going to get that extra money off. So that means all of this that should be $129.92 is now just £39 or $51.75. What? It boggles my mind too, but do seize the moment on those. Do you want to get the individuality of picking any event, any date that you choose? Yeah? Well, you've got it with these number pop-out dies that we're bringing to you. The sizes of them themselves do vary in sort of thickness, but the height is always the same, which gives you that professional finish. 20% saving on that. We're also bringing to you the pop-out scenes that we're bringing. These ones are lovely. You can make them sort of pop up inside a card. You can make them, we can just use them flat if you want to. You can make them spinner cards and so much more. You've got lots and lots in there. And just wanted to let you know with those ones that although it was nearly £64. If you're getting it on the platinum today, which is now 25% off, it's actually only £41.95 or $52.24. So a huge discount. And by the way, if you are normally silver, but today you're getting it on gold, it's still only £44.74, which is brilliant, isn't it? So seize the moment if you want to stock up on those. We've also got some Lee Holland stamps, you know. Now these are fresh off the press. These are great ones that you might want to use in your pop-up boxes actually, because of the themes that you've got. It's almost a nice motif that you'd use with the ones that you've already got. Launched only on Thursday, and these are your Lee Holland Cute Characters stamp and die collection. You get 110 elements in there, and if you do want to grab these, don't forget you can watch the show back from Thursday. The lovely Sarah demoing these to give you a little bit of more information. But if you do want them, it is your chance. Final call! I feel like I should have one of them bells like they have in a pub. Last orders. Last orders on your Connecting Sentiment by the Show set. 24 elements in this, and that's including 70 pieces, yep, 70 of your wonderful your pearlescent card that you're getting in there, and that's the 310 GSM. Massive amount in there, all 7 different colours. I'm going to be honest with you now, we have got 1% of the overall stock remaining. 1%. It's fastest finger first. If you've got this in your basket and you're thinking about it, I am no mystic, Meg. I do not know the future, but I imagine that if you don't check it out within the next 10 minutes, you may well miss out on that for good. We are going to now do a little vote-a-rooney if you'd like to get involved. We love it when you do. It's going to be for demo of the show. Debbie, remind us what we've been making.
Yeah, so our first was the pop-up box, which is so beautiful. Love that one. Then we did our pop-out happy birthday. So this one, number 1.
Yeah.
Then number 2. And then we had our 30th, that pop-out window one, which I have to say I think is my favourite. The happy anniversary for number 3 with the 3 on it, so that worked out well.
Perfect. So 1, 2 or 3, get your messages into us on social media and we'll give you an answer to that. And I asked you to send some pictures in, and loads of you did, which I love. We're going to have a little nosy at some of those ones right now, if we may. We're going to start off. Oh, Fran, I love these. Oh, and it's great that we use them with the balloon letter dies as well.
Look at them background papers. That looks amazing. Or you've painted them. That's incredible.
Brandon and Tina are going to love those. Thank you for sending that in. I've also got some in from Evelyn. Now, this Evelyn is the collection we've got on today. Oh, have you used embossing there on the front? Looks like you have. That looks great. I love the texture. It does look like a mermaid's dancing in the waves. Evelyn, thank you for that. Great colour in there as well. I love her purple hair. I've also got Denise. Denise, you've been pop-up boxing. Oh, wow. This feels like walking through a magical fairy garden, doesn't it? I love the colours that you've gone for in this, because obviously you've used the shading in it. Oh, I think that's magical. Thank you for sending that one in. We've also got one in from Maureen. Hello, Maureen. Oh, that is popping of colour. I love how bold. That's fabulous, isn't it? Maureen, that really does make me smile. I love that blue shade you've got there. We'll show some more pictures if we have time in a little bit. I do appreciate you sending them in, because I do love a good nosy. It's lovely to be inspired by your makes. Thank you for sending those in. Okay, so whilst you're getting your vote on in for our demo of the show, we have got some more goodies coming up for you. Just a reminder, it's the Everyday Pop-Up Stamp Collection that we're bringing to you right here, right now. And we are zooming our demo.
Yeah, I've been carrying on and pottering around doing my bits and pieces. So I've already stuck a few bits on. I've cut a few bits out. I've now got my little acetate strips. So, and actually, you know when you get protective film on acetate, I've just realised I've left that on. So I'm thinking, what is that on there? But never mind. We've got our little fairies here. So I'm going to attach our fairy to the top of this acetate bit, so we can have her sort of hanging up in the air. And then we'll have her, let's do her around about there. So I don't need so much of the acetate. And then we'll take that, put in plenty of tape on, have her up here. And then I think what we'll do is add some of these. We've got some beautiful flowers on here. So let's add some of these. And, oh, there we go. So just sticking them down. There's just some really nice elements in here. Oh, and I'm using the fairy one. I probably didn't say. It's something fairy. Can't remember what it's called now.
I believe in fairies.
I believe in fairies. How could I have not known that?
Oh, I've got a quick question for you, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
This is from Crafty Ange saying, Debbie, how do you get started on a card? How long does it take you to choose the colours and cut out the smaller pieces and to decorate your cards or your boxes?
What a brilliant, a brilliant question. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? My thing with any card, if it depends. If I am doing a card for somebody, the first thing I think of is obviously them and what they would like and the colour theme. So I always get them my papers out and I make a theme of colours.
Lovely.
And I would say that's what I do nearly all the time when I'm crafting. My first theme is colours. When I'm doing a project like this, I take the paper pad and choose the colours I want to go with it, and then I colour my images according to the colours that I've used. But I think that's how I do it. But I would say a project like this, start to finish and prepping it, probably takes me a good hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm not going to lie. It's, you know, you sit in the craft room. We have to do it speedily for you. I'm going to turn this around so you can see what I'm doing while I carry on. We have to think about how we do our demos, but I've lost a fairy. Sorry, I'm looking for a fairy that I coloured in, and
where is she?
She's disappeared. She's flown away, hasn't she?
Oh, that is so Florence. That is Florence the fairy.
I had her here, so that is so weird.
Well,
it doesn't matter. I have a finished one, but there is definitely. I literally just coloured her in. I wonder if she's fallen somewhere. Well, not to worry. I'm not going to worry. So I'm just going to show this, and I'm going to bring in my finished one there, which has got all our bits in the back. This was the little fairy I was looking for, and I had just coloured her in, but she's disappeared. So yeah, I would say always allow yourself a good couple of hours in your craft room to start your project. And my biggest tip is to start with your papers, your colour tones, and then bring in your dyes and whatever you're using to those, which is amazing.
That's just wonderful. Debbie, thank you for answering that. It's wonderful to know, isn't it? We have got so much more to come up, don't forget, today. So this is what you can look forward to in our tune-in. We've got for you Second Chance Sunday. Now, this is all about liftables. These are going to give you so much inspiration. I've got a vintage diary, and I've also got one of the biggest savings of the day. It's myself and Debbie coming up for you in a bit. And then you've got the wake up call, 12 p.m. UK time, 7 a.m. ET. And it will feature Adam and James from Zone as well for you. So if you, virtual technology. So yes, if you do want to tune in for that, you've got that tomorrow as well. We have had a winner for demo of the show. Debbie, what number do you guess is going to win?
Number 3.
Oh, it's like Mystic Meg's in room. It is indeed number 3. So this is our demo of the show. Don't forget, we will be going for demo of the day later on as well. So keep your peepers peeled for that. As a final reminder, we've got the Pop-Outs collection as our feature on the show today, which helps you create fun, interactive cards. We have got so much that can inspire. Do me a favour, I want you to, when you're looking at these, think of someone in your family who might enjoy getting these, okay? So let's start off. We've got our mermaids. Who can you think of that would enjoy getting that? I would think, to be honest, in my family right now, I can think of so many people because mermaid to sew in, but I think my great niece would like that one, my great niece. Then I've got, happy birthday. This is your birthday collection. So who in your family might enjoy that? Who likes cake? Who likes presents? Who likes balloons? There you go. Loads. We've also got your vintage tea. I like the vintage tea because you are getting the tea set, but you're also getting in here books and much more. Then we've got the fairy one as well. This is the one that we've just been looking at, Believe in Fairies collection. It comes with your dies, it comes with your stamps as well. Who do you think in your family likes fairy tales? Yeah, anyone obsessed with unicorns at the moment? Who has been popping wonderful rainbows up in their windows? Yeah? Oh, castles as well we've got here. Maybe someone dreams of living in a castle. Or maybe they love watching that TV show that's on Channel 4, which is about the chateau. You know, when people go and updo their chateau, escape to the chateau. I love it, me. Could do something like that, couldn't you? And last but by no means least, in this, I have got your floral bouquet. Oh, it makes you smile again, doesn't it? Floral bouquet one you've got here in that pop-up design. All of that is within the collection. So seize the moment on that, remembering that it is your penultimate opportunity to get that extra level up for you today on the Club Inspire discount. So make the most of it whilst you can. We're popping off now and we're going to be back with you in 2 hours from now. So grab your phone, put a reminder in, a little alarm to go off in 2 hours. Because we've got some treats coming up, haven't we, Debbie?
Yeah, we certainly have. We've got loads to show you, loads to get through. We're bringing stuff back and we're going to have a jam-packed couple of hours. So yes, join us at 7 p.m.
Definitely. So we'll be bringing them to you, including the junior that we launched earlier on. So I'll see you in 2 hours. Enjoy.